Ladies and gentlemen, in the implementation of the National Target Program on Building New Style Rural Areas, the role of the collective economic model is paid special attention. Criterion number 13 on form of production organization is one of 19 criteria that need to be completed in order to recognize the commune as meeting new rural standards. In the past time, the Cooperative Union of Tay Ninh Province has provided many supports for localities to develop their collective economy, completing criterion number 13 in new style rural construction. Criterion number 13 on form of production organization in new rural construction stipulates that communes meeting the new rural standards must have cooperative groups or cooperatives that operate effectively. In the last time, communes meeting new rural standards in Tay Ninh Province have formed, maintained and actively sought solutions to improve the efficiency of the collective economic model by expanding services and enhancing quality of service. From providing care and harvesting services, some cooperatives have enhanced more services such as supplying varieties of plants, livestock, fertilizers, agricultural materials, especially purchasing post-harvest products for members. Hùng Hậu Agricultural Service and Production Cooperative in Hòa Thành Commune, Châu Thành District is one of the units that effectively operate, meeting criterion number 13 on form of production organization in building their communes meeting new rural standards. This cooperative takes the initiative in finding new crops and putting them into pilot production, thereby attracting the interest of members in the cooperative as well as farmers outside the cooperative. In order to operate strongly and sustainably, we must associate with business and large corporations to choose and apply package of agricultural materials with better quality and cheaper than the market. Another key point is to buy stable output, helping farmers to be more confident in participating in the collective economic model. Tay Ninh Province has 140 cooperatives, including 126 cooperatives operating under the Law on Cooperatives 2012. The average revenue of each cooperative is 16 billion Vietnam dong per year. The average profit of a cooperative is 500 million Vietnam dong per year. The effective operation of cooperatives not only brings income to members, but also helps the locality fulfill criterion number 13 in new rural construction. The Code of Criteria for communes meeting new rural standards clearly defines the criterion on production organization. It is that at least one cooperative established under the Law on Cooperatives in 2012 has operated effectively and been replicated. The basis for evaluating the effective operation of cooperatives consists of two factors, namely profitable business and at least 5% increase over the previous year, with a member scale of at least 30 members or more. In addition, the criterion on production organization also focuses on chain link activities associated with agricultural product consumption, as shown in the written association contract, which is stable for at least one production cycle for the forestry plants, 2 production cycles for other products, and are produced according to the process. The quality is consistent among the parties participating in the linking. Communes building the advanced new rural areas clearly identify key products of localities suitable to the production conditions of each region. People have production experience close to large markets. To produce safe products with high quality, competitive price, production area for cultivation and forestry, herbicide, large output for livestock and aquaculture. Especially, it must be associated with livelihood activities of the majority of people in the commune or have economic efficiency at least 1.5 times higher than other mass products of the commune. Châu Thành Agricultural Service Cooperative was established with 9 members, charter capital of 225 million Vietnam dong. In the past time, we have invested in rising costs, supported by the authorities at town levels. Apart from reading dozens of costs for reproduction, the cooperative is aiming to raise pigs and goats to develop a collective economic model. I have joined the cooperative because I can borrow the revolving capital from its fund, so I can do business, overcome difficulties with the lower interest rates than other places. I get benefits as participating in the cooperative. Each commune that meets the new rural standard maintains Criterion number 13 on the form of production organization, namely cooperatives. Therefore, at all costs, it must maintain the effective operation of cooperatives. If the operation of cooperatives are inefficient, leading to dissolution, will affect Criterion number 13. Every year, Tay Ninh Provincial Cooperative Alliance guides the cooperatives to implement the criteria and re-evaluate its performance at the end of the year. The purpose of the Provincial Cooperative Alliance is to propagate the cooperatives to operate in accordance with the 2012 cooperative law, helping the locality fulfill the criterion number 13 in the construction of new style rural areas. In the set of criteria for communes meeting new rural standards, there is a criterion of production organization, which is a mandatory criterion to be completed and should be maintained every year to continue building the advanced and model rural new style areas. The evaluation of criteria, including criterion number 13 on the form of production organization, is carried out annually by the Cooperative Union in the new rural communes, in which there are important contents that the cooperatives need to achieve, such as new rural communes with cooperatives operating under the law on cooperatives 2012. The linkage in the chain associated with the consumption of agricultural products. The communes have a model of production linkage associated with the consumption of key agricultural products on a written binding contract in a sustainable way. Tay Ninh Cooperative Alliance shall assume the right responsibility for and coordinate with relevant departments, branches, and people's committees at town levels in appraising and recognizing the achievement of the commune's production organization criterion in new rural construction. In the process of building the new style rural areas, cooperatives play a very important role, not only increasing income for farmers, but also contributing to fundamentally changing the face of rural areas in the integration period, in particular in recent years, with the requirements of restructuring agricultural production. The cooperative economy has made a new development in terms of quantity, efficiency, improved operation, with all kinds of services for business promotion in the developed rural areas. Cooperatives play an important role in building new style rural areas, showing in the cooperative good performance of survey activities that have created conditions for members and farmer households to restructure crops and livestock, applying technological advances to production, improve product quality and productivity. In the period from now to 2025, Tay Ninh Provincial Cooperative Alliance strives to attract at least 65% of rural households to participate in the collective economic model, as well as increase the rate of cooperatives operating effectively in the agricultural sector to 70%, the non-agricultural sector to 80%. Thereby, it will gradually strengthen criterion number 13 on the form of production organization in new style rural communes.